What is going on, guys? It has been a long time coming. I definitely am slacking in the live streaming game. Getting like my little hand thing I got here. Okay. Now, let me just get this here. Hope everyone is doing well. If this is your first time stopping by one of my live streams or you're watching on the replay, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you coming by and watching all this stuff. I used to live stream very often. I've definitely slowed down. Kind of just life getting in the way. But we're live streaming today. Definitely excited to do it. The reason why I'm live streaming today is because there's been a lot of things going on in this fish room. More than usual, just very, very busy. Busy in life, busy with fish, busy with whatever. Work. So here we are today. I'm doing a special edition Around the Island update live. Gonna hop me right into it. I know maybe wait a little bit. See, I only see there's 3 people in here. Thanks for coming here. Summertime in this hobby. Summertime in this hobby than wintertime. Yes. I don't know. I feel like I'm always out of the hobby a little bit more in the summertime, and I get more into it in the winter. I think it's just natural, just because you're not going out as much. But naturally things are happening a lot down here. Kind of like duty calls. Tanks are. I'll actually be coming out with a video. I've actually completely edited it. It's like almost ready to go. I just have to upload it to YouTube. It's getting kind of late, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna. But we'll see there. Back when I used to live stream too, I used to get like 10 people like this, and I used to have probably half the amount of subscribers. And maybe I got some fault because I haven't really been going live. But 4 people in the live stream now. Thanks for coming, everybody. Appreciate you. What's up, OGs Fish Room? It is hot as hell down here. I need to like open up a window or something. There we go. It's just too hot. What's going on, guys? A couple people came in. How's everybody doing tonight? If you watched one of my last videos, these pothos plants, I added some more. They're actually on all of my main tanks now, the 29, the 125, and now also the 75. They're literally all over. In that video, I said like they actually need some time to kind of look better. Some of these newer ones have some yellowing on them, but it's okay. Yeah, it's because it's a cool night in Queens. I always wonder how many of my subscribers are like Long Island, New York based, and also like who's outside. I looked up the analytics once, and it was like 50% of my subscribers are from Long Island, the United States. 50%. That's kind of crazy to think about it, but let's hop right into the Around the Island update, guys. We'll kind of go through it here. And like I say on all my live streams that I do, you guys make this live stream. I just kind of react to it. So be live in the comment section and let me know what you guys think. So, typically Around the Island update, this is your first time here, go tank to tank to tank. That is my quarantine, my 10-gallon quarantine. It's on the floor. Not going to talk about that tank today. Not from the island, but my favorite hockey team is. I'm assuming we're talking about the Islanders. And I'm not a hockey fan, but I am an Islander fan. So take that how you will. So if you follow me on Instagram, I posted I had a blackout yesterday. That's actually part of what I want to talk about right here. I had a blackout yesterday. There's really bad weather here on Long Island. We lost power for like 4 hours. So kind of recovering from that, just making sure that all the tanks and such are, kind of, there's no, ammonia spikes or things like that. I did a rescape in here. If if you watch this channel, you see the videos of Georgie here. I just changed the scape a little bit. It was kind of too condensed, maybe. There are kind of a lot of pieces of wood all kind of like pushed over here and wasn't really giving this pike here a lot of space. The Jack Dempsey didn't really have a lot of room back there, and my good friend George over here always had free roam. I didn't test my water before this live stream. No SC fish keeping. What's up, Zach? Zach, dude. I gotta live stream more, dude. I used to have a huge following with these live streams. I got nobody in here right now. Whatever. Stay the course. Keep live streaming. You know what happens. Last live stream I actually did was the same way. I had like a really slow following to start off with. And then like 20 minutes into it, I had like 15 people in here. So fingers crossed. Definitely lost my live streaming, whatever you want to call it. But so I don't know. I rescaped this tank, and I don't know. It's kind of not doing what I wanted it to do. This Jack Dempsey is showing a little bit more aggression towards this pike. This pike isn't really hiding. You can take a look at its mouth. It's been fighting a lot. It's fighting with the Jack Dempsey. So this pleco is taking over this spot over here. This pleco used to hang out over there. The way I wanted it to go was Jack Dempsey is going to hang out over here, the pleco over here, the pike in this, and then the Oscar just has full reign. But that didn't work out, so I'll probably make some more adjustments or, see if any fish gets really beaten up. These two look like they're kind of getting along, but I don't know. On the story of the blackout, this tank is acting weird. Sometimes these little geophagus, they'll actually kind of show me that the tank is wrong. They'll start laying on the floor if there's something up. Like before I actually added these pothos plants to suck up the nitrate, I added these. I mean, these geos would always lay on the floor and kind of show me that it's time for a water change. They were just laying on the floor before, but now they're kind of active. But I don't know. Also, the stingray likes to breathe heavy. Steve the stingray, if there's something going on in the tank, he's not breathing heavy. So I'm assuming everything in this tank is good. Little albino marble hoplo catfish there. This tank is doing really well. I actually changed some of the things here in this filter. This is the FX6. Added some more media. See, like that right there. Typically when these guys do that, that means something's going on. That's not really normal behavior for the geophagus. Oh, hello, Datnoid. Whoa. See? You see that? Fighting, not good. That pike doesn't really have a home. I feel bad because I kind of like ripped it away from him. So after this live stream, I'll probably do a water change on here. But I don't know. We'll see. See, look, this is just... Last water change was about a week ago. It's normal for me to do a water change right about now. Oh, I also actually do have a sick blue Acara in here. I have to find it. I don't know why, but its stomach is like a little bit blown up. Like it's got something wrong with its swim bladder. And I bought these guys when they were fry. I got them from one of my fish club. And I got them literally when they were like this big. I think I bought 9 of them maybe. I gave like 2 away. I think I have like 6 right now or 5, and like 2 or 3 of them died of like a swim bladder issue. So I don't know if it was just because of blue Acara are either very sensitive to getting swim bladder and such, or if, I don't know, maybe it's just a bad batch. But these fish are getting swim bladder issues kind of left and rightish. Every couple of months I get one with a swim bladder issue. Other than that, nothing really is going on in the 125, other than adding the pothos plants on this tank as well. My 29-gallon tank, if you follow me on social media, I think I also posted a photo. My vampire shrimp, which is right there, molted. It was probably a very scary thing because that is a monster vampire shrimp. That is humongous. That was kind of scary to see there. But yeah, I mean, nothing really changing a lot in this tank. Some of the fish in here are kind of growing out, and we'll be then moving into my 125. The Geophagus Steinbachner fry are right here. Some of them are coloring up very well, like that one. That one's got some really great colors, probably a male. The mouth is very red. The colors are very dark on it. It's bigger than most of the other fish there, so it's probably a male. I added some Adolphoi in here, and it was pretty nice. The Adolphoi, where are they? There's one of them. There's the other. These are ones that I bought at one of my local fish stores. I also bought one of the Adolphois that are in this tank, one of the bigger ones. I bought him when I bought that female Magnella stingray. Speaking of that stingray, last time you saw that stingray, it was inside of this aquarium. Since then, this has now become my 15-gallon wolffish aquarium. This is the wolffish right here. He's doing very well. He's completely healed of that dropsy. And yeah, did a pretty good job, I think, of scaping this aquarium. Definitely did a pretty good job. I'll be coming out with a care guide video of this wolffish very soon. The reason why I'm going to be doing this care guide video is because this fish won the July Fish of the Month, and you guys wanted him to be the Fish of the Month. So that live stream video or that care guide video will be coming out soon. Needed to make sure I had a nicely scaped tank here, not the bare bottom whatever aquarium I had here before. So definitely excited about this tank. I will be moving in a few months. For you who do not know anything about my personal life, I am engaged to be married. So I definitely want to make sure I upgrade his tank. This wolffish should, in my opinion at least, should be in a 29-gallon tank or larger. He will be going in a 29-gallon tank like the tank above right here. And then he will have basically the same type of tank. This is, I think, like 24 inches. I think this tank is like 18 inches. So he doesn't need it, but he'll have, thanks, Chewy. The red wolf, it's a great fish. I definitely do love this guy. He's a great fish. But yeah. He doesn't really need a lot of up and down space. He needs more so like surface area, which a 29 doesn't give him. He should really be more so in like a 40-gallon breeder. But for the space I'll have, I cannot put him in a 40-gallon breeder. When I do move, I'm actually going to be leaving this 75-gallon tank here at my parents' house. I'm going to take the 125 with me, and as well as this 29 and the 15. But yeah. Ugh. So, also talking about some of the tanks that are in here, we have the light is off right now because the blackbeard algae is crazy. The 5-gallon puffer tank, the puffer is doing fine in there. A lot of people did say that they wanted the puffer fish to go into the 2-in-1 penn-plax aquarium, which is right here. It still basically hasn't moved since I made that video. Just contemplating, talking to some people, what should we stock in here? A lot of people in the voting section of the community want the red-eyed pufferfish going in here. But as you can see, the back of this aquarium is black. The pufferfish cannot go in the front here where it's white. It needs to go in the back just to tank requirements. And I genuinely don't think he will look nice in here because it's completely black and it's a dark fish. A lot of people are saying to me to put the platinum beta fish in the back over here. And something that I really kind of want to do, and also other people are telling me that the community tank idea is not really the greatest because you kind of can't put... Jeremy! What's going on, dude? You can't put community fish... Jeremy, you actually said this. Not to put community fish in here because it'll probably be too small. I could probably get away with some like neon tetras, but how much fun will I have with neon tetras in the front over there? Probably not that much fun. I do think that maybe putting crayfish inside of this aquarium would be pretty cool. A little bit dangerous because the lip. I don't know how comfortable I'd feel with putting this aquarium inside of my bedroom with crayfish. So what I think I might do, and I don't want to give away too much. I always get in trouble on these live streams because I talk myself into giving things away. But right now, currently, what's in the lead for things that I'm going to be doing, and granted, this could change by the time I make the video. I have a lot more videos to come out in the time that I actually do post this video. But right now, I think what I'm going to do is beta fish in the back. I actually get a little bit of an upgrade. That's a 4.6, cubic whatever. Right now, it's in like a 3 point. It's actually in a 2.6, so it's going to get like double the amount of space that it currently has in the fluval aquarium it has upstairs in my bedroom. Move the beta fish into there. Crayfish, yes. Someone told me maybe try to get like a breeding pair of crayfish. Now, I used to keep crayfish when I was younger. Just nothing crazy, just basically your typical feeder crayfish that you can get at your local fish store. I used to get those and like put them in my tank. I had a 29-gallon tank just like this one right here, and used to have crayfish in it. I had a ridiculous stocking in that tank. Don't even ask. But I think I'm gonna get some crayfish, maybe put them in there, and I'm gonna put that tank right now where the pufferfish tank is, and then maybe move the pufferfish tank into my bedroom. That tank initially, the first top fin retreat tank that I had, that 5-gallon, was in my bedroom until it broke, and then I moved it down here when I got the beta fish. I swapped the tanks. Hello. The fiancée is here. She's in a towel, so I won't show you guys her. If you super chat me $30, I'll put her on camera. Some of these other services are like, hey, for 50 coins, maybe I'll side note this. By the way, 6 people in the live stream. I was in the beginning of this live stream. Yo, Jeremy, whoa, dude. First super chat, Jeremy. I was only kidding around, dude. Thanks, Jeremy. You're my first. Jeremy, you will always be known as my first super chat now. Jeremy, by the way, I should actually talk to you. I think about you from time to time, Jeremy. Don't think I forgot about you. At my local aquarium club, we actually had Jungle Bob. I don't know if you know Jungle Bob. He made himself sound like he was pretty big in the reptile hobby. He's from Long Island. He came to my fish club and really made me want to get into reptiles, actually. I do not have anywhere near the amount of space that I need, Jeremy, right now for keeping reptiles. I'm moving and all this stuff, but I definitely can see myself when I have my own house, my own place and everything, getting into reptiles. Specifically, I know this isn't really the coolest reptile, but he had a skink there, like a blue tongue skink. Not skank, skink. I think I want to get one of those things. I think they're Australian or something like that. Really cool. I don't know. You tell me more about this, Jeremy. Pythons? No. I'm not a snake guy. I'm not hating on snakes. Jeremy has a really cool snake. I'm a reptile noob. You told me about Jungle Bob before. See, I have something here from Jungle Bob. I'm going to be putting on that 29-gallon. I have to rescape that tank too. By the way, guys, definitely go ahead and check out the beginning of this live stream. I kind of did my Around the Island update already. It was probably the first 11 minutes of it. No, you know what? I don't know. I can't see myself being poison dart frogs. I can't see myself doing it. I can see myself getting a couple of different types of reptiles. He told us don't get iguanas. They should not even be in captivity. They get to be huge. They can be very territorial even with human beings as they get older. Kind of what I would want to get is a skink. The other kind of cool animal, but he said it's very expensive to feed. Blue tongue skinks are awesome. I really want one, but they're so expensive, captive bred. Yeah, I think he said, correct me if I'm wrong, Jeremy, but he said it was $250, I think. Definitely expensive. I've definitely spent close to that money on a stingray. Oh my God, around the island update, this is actually something I left out, guys. So just we'll get back into the reptile conversation. So I pointed out that um, that this tank has changed. This tank has changed because it's now the wolffish tank. It's a 15-gallon tank. What's one thing that I did not cover before? The fish that was inside of that aquarium was that female Magnanella stingray. That female Magnanella stingray actually died. That stingray that I bought for Steve, that was a female stingray. I bought it from one of my local fish stores using that wholesaler type thing that they do. You buy fish online, you can pick it up in the store. I got the fish and later on found out that it was basically only eating live foods. It was a little bit skinny to begin with. I was feeding it minimum 250 easy. If it's under 200, probably wild caught and real parasites. Yeesh. So, Jeremy, before I buy anything, I'll go to you. But talking about parasites, this stingray was wild caught and it was only on live foods. Typically, when you get a wild caught stingray, it typically is riddled with parasites as well. Um, it's gone through a ton of stress. They're getting taken out of the Amazon, taken out of Central America, South America, wherever they may be, and shipped here, touched here, moved there, go there, distributor, wholesaler, fish store, your house, and there's a lot of stress. This stingray was not eating. I did make a video on kind of enticing it to eat. I bought some extra fish. I bought the waru that is right here to put inside of the aquarium. That waru is now the 125. The South American gar striped. I don't know what is. See, ever since this blackout down here, it's the tank's kind of like I don't know. I got to do a water change in here. But yeah, I quarantine every single one of my fish. I don't care if they're tank raised, whatever. The only fish I have not quarantined, literally I could probably count that on one hand, is Steve the stingray. I did not quarantine him. I did not quarantine this 4-line cat. Basically, all the fish in here I did not quarantine because I did not quarantine at that time. But one big thing that I do want to talk about, though, about stingrays, if anyone here does ever think about maybe getting a stingray, it's wild caught versus captive raised. Steve the stingray I got from a friend of mine, Kel's Stingray. How hard is it to find captive bred stingrays? That's a great question. It's very hard. Even if you might go to a local pet store, they might say, "Oh, it's tank raised. It's from a guy local." To be honest with you, get the guy's information and get a stingray directly from him. Stingrays are very, very sensitive fish. They are an expert level fish. If you see any sort of care guide type stuff, it says that they're if you go to Petco, you see expert level, it means expert level. Stingrays are not easy to take care of. Let's see what the comments are saying here. Your quarantine fill fish wild caught. How not hard if you know the correct people, Jeremy. Yep. Quarantine all fish, wild caught or not. Yeah. You gotta quarantine everything. I'm not gonna go into detail about what fish I got, but I actually just got some fish recently. They're in my quarantine tank. They actually got ick, and they didn't. None of the fish I bought looked like they had ick, but they developed it after I brought them home. So now imagine I put that directly into my 29-gallon tank that's packed in with fish. Would have definitely had a serious issue there because I would have had like 30 fish with ick on it, and had to treat the whole. Do I have something on my lip here? I don't. That's not like my kissy face. That was just whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. But to go back into it, look at Steve the Stinger right now. Guys, come on now. Tell me something that's cooler than this. It's like you're at the aquarium. It's literally like you're at your local aquarium. By the way, I am charging $4.99 at the door for these live streams now. So be sure to give the $4.99 at the ticket booth at front. You'll see a woman named Teresa. She's a very nice lady, nice Italian lady. She'll let you in. But the Tank raised stingrays, for example, I bought Steve the stingray. When I first got him, he was actually eating frozen shrimp right out the gate. He was very easy to feed. It took him maybe, I would say, 3 to 5 days to eat, and then he started eating. Right now, Steve the stingray will actually even come to the top of the aquarium and eat krill, literally freeze dried krill like this from the top of the aquarium. So he's now eating like a beast. He'll put Jeremy. Jeremy, I know you paid your admission already. The Steve will literally eat the krill off the top. He'll eat carnivore pellets off the bottom. He'll eat the frozen shrimp. He'll eat tilapia. He eats a ton of different stuff. What's up, Christian? Now, the Magdanella stingray that was in here, she really didn't. She really didn't eat any of the foods at all. I put frozen shrimp in here. She didn't eat it. I put frozen bloodworms in here. She didn't really eat it. She ate like sometimes. Over time passed, I had her for probably about a month. After time passed, she kept getting skinnier and skinnier. I would sometimes supplement her with ghost shrimp, and she really wasn't. At the end, she wasn't even really showing that much interest in ghost shrimp, and she kind of just withered away and died. So that was a failed experiment with a store-bought stingray. To be honest with you, I probably will never buy another store-bought stingray again. If you do want to buy a stingray, go online. You can go into like Monster Fish Keepers. To be honest with you, I would trust someone more on Craigslist or on Monster Fish Keepers on like a forum over a fish store. Most fish stores are in it to get money. They want to basically get paid. Bring a fish in that's high, that they could sell for a high price, get more profit on that. Stingrays from the store, they don't cost that much. And the reason why these black diamonds and such, they can sell them for more money because there's more of a demand. Doesn't matter how they got them, they want them to be quickly out of the store and whatever. Jeremy agrees with Chewy. Let's see what you guys agree about. Sometimes you do not need to go. I could go home fresh shop that I worked at and then put them directly into my tank. Yeah, that's true. Certain fish stores, absolutely, you can get them. If you know the source and you know it well, you could. There was actually a fish I didn't quarantine recently that was from Crunchy Critters. What was it? There was a fish I gambled on recently. What was it? Sometimes if I get a fish that's too big for my quarantine, like right now, my quarantine was a 15, now it's a 10. If I'm getting a fish that's too big, I'll actually not quarantine it. I'll just put it right in. But I'll have to be like, okay, this is a healthy fish. I'm going through serious lag right now. Nothing appearing. Sorry, Kristen, I don't know. Maybe I have bad Wi-Fi or something. She probably had internal parasites. Yeah, Chewy, I agree. I would look at a few places for stingrays. There's one called Predatory Fins that sells stingrays. I was agreeing with Chewy, saying that probably had internal parasites. Yeah. Nope. She, if I had to bet Jeremy's $4.99 on it, I would bet that she did have internal parasites. I'm going over here. Holy moly, I am hot as hell. The window's open over here. But yeah, honestly, guys, some of you guys are kind of new to the live stream here. I did have a very bad blackout. I kind of wanted to see the power was out for 4 hours. I kind of wanted to come home today, see how the tanks were doing. Nothing with the oxygen levels. I'm posting 2 videos. Hopefully, the new video is probably going to be coming out tomorrow morning. It's already cut up and everything, ready to be posted. Just have to upload it to YouTube. And the other video is a very short video on what to do in a blackout. The filters were not working for about 4 hours. They were fine, right? Oh yeah, yeah. All the fish, I think right now at least are fine. The one thing about the blackouts when your filters stop working, two things you have to worry about. Two major things, and I'm not going to go into great detail about this now. But two things is the oxygen level inside the aquarium, and also the nitrogen cycle from the filters. The filters are sitting stagnant. There's water just sitting in there. There's no new ammonia or nitrate for it to eat. So that bacteria is just stagnantly sitting there. It was for 4 hours. I don't expect that big of an issue. If there is an issue, I intend maybe for like a tiny mini cycle, which I probably, after I get off this stream, I'll probably do some water changes. I was saying this before, but my geophagus, my little guys, they typically like alert me if something's up. They typically land the bottom of the aquarium. Like that one right there. She's just laying there, kind of. But we'll see. There's that spotted gar. I'm sorry, that striped gar. A South American gar is what it's called. Great looking fish. And again, that probably is a wild caught fish. And it was actually eating only live foods. Sorry, I'm seeing something weird here. This geophagus and that marbled hoplo catfish just had a very weird exchange. I don't know what the hell that was. They're like eating something over there. But watch your fish. It's hard. You shouldn't be one of these people who test your water, like, you know, every week, every day. Some people check their water very often. Just watch your fish. Your fish will let you know if something is going on. Someone just commented something. I was agreeing with Jeremy, right? Yes, it is not like winter in 40 below weather where you're losing electricity in your heat. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. It's, you know, luckily I don't have any heaters. That's you. Of course you're back, Zach. Now that I'm talking about parameters. Notice, guys, I don't have heaters in any of my aquariums right now. None of my aquariums have any heaters. It's really hot right now in Long Island. It's the summertime. My basement stays pretty humid. No heaters, and I'm at 82.3 degrees. And typically, I always double check it. I always keep, I like to keep a couple different thermometers. So this is the 125, 82.1. And again, that's with no heaters on there. What would you do if you had no way to measure your water parameters like it was in the 60s? I've been there. Gotta choose my places to jump in and give you a hard time. What up, dude, in duets? What's up, man? What's up, Dr. Experiments? What would you do in the 60s if there's no way to test your water? I don't know. I'm not a big water tester. I've had some issues in my tanks recently, so I've been testing them more than usual. Long Island, I think septicemia is my 29 gallon. My 20 gallon, one of my reservoirs is all red and swollen on one side. I don't know where it would have come from. I'm medicating the tank, but I don't think it's helping. So Jeremy, I actually had. It's funny because in my new video I'm coming out with, I actually mentioned my old shovel nose lima I had. One of my favorite catfish, probably of all time, and one of my favorite. I want to keep it. When I do have tank space for another shovel nose lima, I will get another one. My favorite fish, my shovel nose lima, actually died of septicemia, and the reason why is because we're talking about water parameters. The reason why, Jeremy, and listen to this very importantly, high nitrate, the last byproduct, is actually one of the biggest reasons for septicemia. Septicemia can either be something that is genetic, that maybe the fish's genetics just weren't great. It's weak. It's just, can't really fight that off. Or high nitrate. And if many fish are getting it inside your aquarium, it's probably the nitrate. The only real way to treat it is... what's up, Matt Moore? How's it going, dude? What is going on? The only way to really treat it is with antibiotics. When I treated my shovel nose lima, it was way too far gone. I was a fish newbie at the time. I was only into aquariums for probably about 6 months when that happened, and it was already covered in like fungus and stuff. I used Furan too. It looked like it was making a little bit of a comeback, but it never did, and it died. And I honestly, I was so upset because there's a lot of fish down here I love now. That was probably one of the fish I loved the most at the time. I'm here, but gonna lurk. Okay, Matt, you do your thing, dude. Observation of the fish if they are gasping or need water change, and the water may and the and may have water that is too hot is one way you can tell in the 60s. Yeah. Yep. And Matt. So if I got lazy with water changes 1 week, that might have caused it, huh? I don't know, Jeremy. Erythromycin will actually help it too. That definitely will. The erythromycin will do the trick. Furan 2, they call it like a little bit more powerful. You can read up on it. People will say this is more powerful, that's more powerful. I'm not a pharmacist. My sister is, but erythromycin versus furan. From my research, furan is a little bit more powerful, a little bit more dangerous of a treatment. It's more for more serious cases, but erythromycin is more so the safer option. Jeremy, I would check the nitrate, that last byproduct of the nitrogen cycle. I would see if there's check to see if there's any plants. That's actually one of the, and me personally, one of the biggest issues I have in my aquariums is my nitrate. I have a lot of fish that won't accept plants, like George over here, the pike, the Jack Dempsey. They don't take plants. They don't like plants. They'll look at the plants. These Amazon swords get destroyed. They get destroyed. I can't, and that's how come they're on this side. The Oscar stays on this side. Notice there's no plants over here. So typically my nitrate level is pretty high. I do weekly water changes. I very rarely skip. So putting plants like these pothos plants, most of us is nitrate and pH. But yeah, the pothos plants are great for this because they suck up the nitrate, that last byproduct, like crazy. They do a really, really great job of doing that. So I thought that the pothos plants will be a great addition for it. I did say in a video I posted not too long ago that, you know, they will look bad to start off with when you first put them into your aquarium. After a few days to a week, you know, they'll bounce back. These plants here, you can kind of see they're yellowing down here. They're not wilted though. I just recently put some more in here. These were sitting in a bucket for about a week. They feel kind of wilted. They've only been in here for maybe 2 or 3 days, but they're not. These are very strong. These are nice. These are nice, healthy plants. These ones, so they're already probably doing their job. I just need to do some water changes because a lot's been going on. I don't know. Should I reiterate and kind of go? I know there's a lot more people in here than there was before. I do want to live stream more often. I had a pretty good following for my live streams that kind of stopped because I stopped live streaming. If you follow my channel, I had some health issues. I got the flu, secondary viral infection, this, that, the other thing. I had a lot going on. Nothing serious by all means. But I'm back now. I've been, you know, slowly but surely getting back into posting YouTube videos more frequently, not once every 2 weeks. I'll be posting a lot. You guys are going to get tired of me because I'm going to be posting a lot of videos now. So I'm back at it. I'm motivated. Hit 1,000 subscribers. Hit 1,000 subscribers at one of my lowest points in YouTube. It's funny. It's like your biggest achievement in YouTube. And I was at my like lowest point. I was like, oh, cool, I got 1,000 subscribers. But I'm really pumped about it. And whatever. I'm going to get back. I'm going to do a very, if someone's watching this from the beginning to now, first of all, you're crazy for watching that long. But I do appreciate it. And here we go. We're gonna do another Around the Island update. Chewy, you're here. Jeremy, you're here. Zach, I think you're still here. Zach is actually going live at 9 o'clock. That's in 20 minutes. In 20 minutes from now, I always say my live streams are going to be an hour, but they always go to be an hour and a half. I was looking at some of my other older live streams. They're all typically about an hour and a half. One of them was like 2.5 hours. I don't know what I was thinking then. But I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go to Zach's live stream after this. So come join me. I'm a mod for Zach. So you definitely want to come there. I'll probably be modding it up on that live stream as well as doing a water change, you know, commenting and stuff. Monitoring you guys, making sure you don't say anything. Of course, Zach. Of course. Making sure you guys don't say anything you shouldn't say to Zach, because if you hurt his feelings, I'll probably join in hurt his feelings with you. So here we go. Another quick around. This is gonna be very quick. Around the island update. You ready? So in this tank, we rescaped it. It's a completely different setup back there. There was too many pieces of wood. This is a mess. This is an absolute disaster. Here, I don't really typically always have these tubes and stuff, and this is something I need to do. Whatever. But I took two giant pieces of wood out of here, so there's less wood, less decoration in here, because that pike is pretty big. He is probably about 7 inches or so. This Oscar is about 11 inches. And that pike would always hang out back there. And you can see there's kind of a lot of aggression going on now because of the poor choices of what I've done. That typically, the way that the territory was kind of set up was Jack Dempsey, Pleco, Pike, Oscar. Now it's kind of like the Pleco down here is kind of taking over that little spot. That Jack Dempsey's staying, that Oscar's staying, and now that Pike has kind of nowhere to go. It's a very aggressive fish. It's a very aggressive fish. A pike is very, 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 very dangerous to put around other fish. I really would not recommend a pike cichlid unless you have it with very aggressive fish. I would say that is probably my second most aggressive fish that I've ever kept. I can't speak for that wolffish yet because I've never had it with any tank mates. I will be putting it with fish soon as a tester. It could be either a live feeding video or, hey, look, this fish could live with other fish. So we'll see what that video becomes. It won't really be a live feeding. It'll probably be just a animal abuse video. I know it sounds harsh, but I kind of want to... It sounds really bad, actually. Let me rephrase that. The fish are not big enough to be swallowed whole by him. The fish I will be putting in there are Buenos Aires tetras, and they're pretty large. Not large, like, I don't know. They can't fit in his mouth. So if he were to eat them and look at them as food, he would probably have to take a nip out of its tail, and it probably will be pretty ugly. So I hope that doesn't happen. I'm not hoping that by any means. I want him to accept other tank meats, which is why I'm doing this. These are bigger fish. I was very selective in the fish that I did get to, kind of run this experiment. Of course, listen, guys. Anytime I'm really in a live stream, I'm doing water changes and such. So by all means, if you guys are doing stuff around the house on this, a pike is not that bad compared to a Goliath tigerfish. Whoa, Chewy, whoa! I'm comparing them to cichlids, not a African tigerfish. This is compared to other cichlids. The pike is probably one of the more dangerous fish. Also, another thing that's kind of freaking me out is that he's doing this. Steve the Stingray typically doesn't do this at this time. That's why I'm a little concerned a little bit. That's why I don't... With the Stingray acting like this and those Geophagus are kind of being that little behavior, it's kind of making me think, kind of making me wonder a little bit. But we'll see. Hey, Matt, you said you're going to lurk. You said you were going to lurk. Now, just because I have Steve here doesn't mean you just got to scream his name. But look, guys, I don't know if you could see this on the stream, but he's actually shedding his barb. Let me try and get that good there. Did he shed it already? No, he didn't shed it. You can kind of see it there. He's shedding his barb. It's scary because he shed a barb. Steve the Stingray used to be in my 75-gallon tank. If you've been following my channel for a long time, you know that. He started off in here, didn't quarantine him, just put him right in from Kel's Stingrays in Brooklyn. I kind of did a whole big live stream video of moving Steve. But he's now been in the 125 now for a few months. The point I'm trying to say is he shed a barb in that tank. And I still have yet to find it. And it's very cool. I do want to find it. But now I'll have a new barb inside of this 125. So in my care, he's now, well, not yet, but he's going to be shedding 2 different barbs. So very cool. Excited to see him come out with that new barb. They're always very pointy. Steve just can't show up without a holla. I know. Steve Stingray, he's doing very well. My buddy has his sister, a female that was sent from the same batch. Male stingrays actually stay smaller than the females, but he's actually bigger, and actually they're in the same type of tank. Also, Steve's been getting a little nipped up here and there. He's got a little bite mark in his. Look at him swimming around. I think he's just hungry. Because of the blackout, I didn't feed them yesterday, and I think he's just looking for some food. But I only got 15 minutes left in the live stream, so I'm definitely not going to go ahead and feed them now. Take a look at these datnoids, guys. I feel like these datnoids don't get enough love. I mean, look how gorgeous that fish is right there. And see the way they look at you? Like both eyes could like be looking at you at the same time. Great looking fish. I got these from Monster Aquarium in Queens. Good looking guys. And I even got this little guy right here. Where is he? This is a little baby datnoid. This one's probably about, I'd say, 2.5 inches. Very small. Basically eats some brine shrimp right now. That's about it. Look at the geophagus fry that are here. Check out that molt. But from the vampire shrimp that's right there. Let me see if I can get this on camera. You can actually see it. I don't know if it's pixelized for you guys or not, but if you look, you can actually see the inner workings of his body. You can see it. Let me point to it right there, right where my fingertip is. If you really focus in on that, you can see like this thing going up and down inside of his body. It's like connected to his mouth. Let me see if I can. He's not really in the best position right now. Let me see if I can get it. There you go. You can kind of see it there. It's honestly one of the oddest things you could possibly see on that shrimp. Woo! I am hot as hell. I'm about to turn this fan on. It is hot as hell, guys. Woo-wee! So I'm gonna show you guys something I'm very embarrassed about. This is my destroyed 5-gallon pufferfish tank. I've given up. I've given up on this tank. This is the pufferfish that you guys all voted for. That goes in that 2-in-1 fish tank. I don't know. I think he's a little bit too dark to go into that 2-in-1 tank. I don't think he's going to be going in there, even though you guys all voted for him. What did you vote for, Zach? You did not vote for him to go into the 2-in-1. You did not. Now you went back on your word, Zach. You went back on your word. But, yeah. I know, Zach. Yeah, Zach wants me to put the beta fish in there. That's probably in the lead, to be honest with you. I'll probably put the beta fish in there. Yeah, this tank is just... I removed some sands. I don't know what the hell. I got this weird allergy. I don't even turn the light on in here anymore, really. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just not... It's just not doing it. It's just not doing it. So, well, let me go ahead and say this. The platinum beta fish. I am not a beta fish keeper. Mike from Arizona. I didn't either. Mike from Arizona, the owner of Green Oasis Farms, he kind of sold me on getting a beta fish. I am not a beta fish guy. When I first got the beta fish, I was into it. And then I got the red eye puffer fish that's over there. And I kind of got into that and kind of forgot about the platinum beta. Then I got that wolf fish that's in that 15-gallon. And I kind of forgot a little bit about the puffer fish. I think that if I put the beta fish in that 2-in-1, it'll kind of revitalize the love I once had for it for about a month. I'll focus on it a little bit more. So I'll probably go ahead and put that platinum beta fish inside of the back of that aquarium. In the front, I said this before, you're about to pass out, brother. Sit down and get some water. fine. But I'm a big boy, so I don't drink a little water. Well, let me. I have like a little thing under here. Let me, so I can put this bad boy down. Guys, if I passed out on camera, what would you do? Like, would you? Hold on a second. Hold on, let me. Woo. Like if I all of a sudden literally just passed out, like, woo! Look, my no hands. Half-gallon water bottle, Yeti. I'm a big Yeti guy. Big Yeti fan. Got to call him up, get that sponsorship going, right, Zach? I was watching my neck on that. That looks really weird. I don't ever want to watch that again. But here we go. Woo! Now my stomach feels weird. I probably just drank a quarter of a gallon of water. Zach, that was a bad idea. I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up. I didn't throw up. But I don't know. I'm looking at my 125 and all I want to do right now is just do a water change. I might end the stream a little bit early. I don't know. I'm a little bit worried for the fish. I kind of like, maybe I'll test the water right. Oh, I'll test the water. That's what I'll do. We're testing the water. I have to show Zach how to test the water. I have to go upstairs quick to get the tubes. Because I clean them out. Ow! Hi, Danielle. We're going to go test the water downstairs. Okay. Are you watching the stream? No. Where are my test tubes? Hey, Mom! Zach has left the building. Zach, don't leave! Guys, this stream is going to be over in a little bit. Be sure to go over to SC Fish Keeping's live stream after mine. It's going to be a good time. Zach just hit 10,000 subscribers. I just refuse to learn how to test water. Zach, like Chewy said, you're not living in the 60s anymore, bro. Women have power. Oh boy. These are tests. Okay, I just switched meds from Furin. No, Jeremy, no. Do not switch medication midway. No, dude. Jeremy, that's not good. That actually makes the disease stronger. That is not good. I don't know, unless you did a full, like if you just put erythromycin in the tank yesterday and now switched to furin, that is not good for the fish. That's gonna like take the septicemia and like give it superpowers. Zach, I'm watching the clock, dude. Right when 9 o'clock hits, I'm out of here, dude. I am out of here, dude. My South American gar right now, I'm taking water out. Look at this. Dude, what the hell? Jack, where is he? Look at him. He literally almost just bit my hand. I need to do a water change so bad. All right, so Jeremy, listen to this. You're not supposed to switch meds. Giving a lot of different types of meds to a fish weakens its immune system. So if you do like a lot of different, even for a human being, if you mix a lot of different antibiotics, you'll like mess up the fish's body. No, the service milestone was a few days ago. I did a 75-ish water change. Okay, you're probably fine. I would not switch again though. Like that's a big no-no. Tisk tisk. Um, what was the point I was just gonna make? That's why, like, a lot of times, like, they're saying, like, right now in our hobby, like, the parasites and stuff are being more and more difficult to treat because of the being exposed to a bunch of different medications is making them more resistant to medication, and it's getting harder to kill these parasites and such. So probably get more powerful medication, more tests and such done, and I don't know what's gonna happen. But guys, it is 8:57. This live stream, not gonna lie, in the beginning of it was a little bit slow. I think nobody was really in here, and I'm happy that I did get a little bit of a little bit of a following here today. I was thinking about maybe cutting the stream at like 15 minutes in, but look at us now. We're an hour in. Definitely do appreciate a lot of you guys coming by here and contributing to the chat. I am going to live stream more often. I can promise you that. That rhymed. I'm a poet. I don't even know it. But thanks for stopping by. If you're not subscribed already, be sure to subscribe. Ding that notification bell if you are not already, or if you are already subscribed. But yeah, I'm going to test the water and hopefully I get something good. Go over to SC Fishkeeping's channel right now. He's going live. Just hit 10K. You know you're going to want to be there. But again, thanks for watching, everybody. But don't forget to fish on.